Welcome to the course Electronic Circuits 1, Unit 4. Today topic is high frequency hybrid pi model. Okay, so far we have been discussing the amplifier response nature in low frequencies. Now we'll be discussing in high frequency hybrid pi model. Okay, at low frequency we were considering only the terminal, external terminal, that is collector, base, emitter. At high frequency we have to consider the internal regions, internal terminals also, that I have denoted C dash, B dash and E dash. Okay, this is E dash internal emitter region, and B dash internal base region, and C dash internal collector region, and these are all external terminals. Okay, collector base and emitter. Now see what happens at high frequency, at a very high frequency. In between these internal and external terminals there forms a resistance as well as a capacitance. Similarly for base also, base internal and external terminals, okay, there is a capacitance and resistance, as well as for collector terminals. Okay, that we have to analyze separately. If you consider base to emitter region, okay, that is in generally forward biased. When it is forward biased and it forms a resistance in between the external base and with the internal base, okay, B dash, that resistance is RB, that resistance is RB. Okay, this is the base spreading resistance, okay, R subscript B, and already R pi will be there in between base and emitter. Okay, so that V pi voltage is developed, but the new component comes, that is C pi. Okay, there is the capacitance in between the internal base region and internal emitter region, that is we are denoting as C pi or CBE, that is capacitance between the base and emitter. Okay, these are all not the physical capacitor. Okay, it is a device capacitance that is formed at high frequencies. Okay, that is formed at high frequency. Then between the emitter internal region and outer terminal there is a resistance, another resistance, that is R small r subscript EX. Okay, then this value is very small, REX value is very small, around 1 or 2 ohm, and this value base spreading resistance also very small in terms of ohms, but this is R pi value in terms of kilo ohm. Okay, now what is happening in between the collector and emitter terminal? Here you know that the collector to emitter terminal is generally reverse biased. Okay, so and again this is GM into V by is the current controlled, voltage controlled current source. Okay, voltage controlled current source, and this is emitter region, emitter E dash, and there is a resistance R naught in between C dash and E dash. That R naught is due to, okay, is due to 1 by G naught, like output conductance. Okay, this is due to the nature of base width modulation or early effect. Okay, if there is no early effect, then we can really neglect this term. If there is no early effect, G naught value is 0, then R naught is infinite. It's like an open circuit. You can remove this. Okay, you can remove this term. And there is another resistance forming in between C dash and C, that is RC, and also capacitance in between the collector terminal and in between the collector terminal and substrate. Okay, that is CS. Next, base to collector. Okay, again you know that collector base junction is always reverse biased. Okay, then in between base and collector there is one resistance, that is reverse biased resistance. That value is very high. Whenever the diode is reverse biased, the resistance offered by the diode is very high. So R mu value is very high. And also it has some capacitance in between these internal terminals regions, that is C mu. C mu can also be written as CBC. Okay, the capacitance between the base and the collector. Okay, this is not a real capacitance that we are connecting, but it is a device capacitance that will be formed at high frequency. When we operate the device at very high frequency, this capacitance will be formed automatically. Now we'll see one by one the notation. RB means connected in between B and B dash, that is base series resistance. Say this is connected here between B and B dash, that is base series resistance or base spreading resistance. Base spreading resistance, its value is very small, actually low value. Its value is very small, that we can neglect this, because if it is very small, okay, if you neglect this, what will happen? Directly it will be short circuited. Okay, it will not affect the performance of the circuit, because okay, it will be short circuited. Okay, then what is C pi? C pi is equal to CBE, the capacitance between the base and emitter. Okay, that is C pi. This is the capacitance, diffusion capacitance, because input junction is forward biased. Whenever the transistor is forward biased, the capacitance is diffusion capacitance. Okay, so forward biased diffusion capacitance. Next one is R pi. Okay, R pi we are putting in parallel with C pi. Okay, R pi we are putting in parallel with C pi. That is the resistance between the base to emitter. Resistance between the base to emitter. Okay, forward biased diffusion resistance. Okay, next one is REX. Okay, this is the resistance between the emitter E and E dash. Okay, this resistance. Okay, resistance between E dash and E, REX. That value is very small, around 1 to 2 ohms. Okay, so that we can also neglect this resistance. That means what, if it is very low, then we can put short circuit here. Once we put short circuit here, then directly this will be connected to the ground. Directly this will be connected to the ground. Next one is RC. RC means resistance between C and C dash. Okay, this resistance RC, resistance between the collector and internal collector region C dash. Okay, that is RC. The next one is CS. CS means the capacitance between the collector and substrate. Okay, that is junction capacitance of reverse biased collector and substrate junction. Okay, and the next one is R naught. Okay, R naught is connected here. Okay, from the collector internal region to emitter. Once if it is very low, then it will be directly connected to the ground. Okay, R naught is equal to 1 by G naught. That is inverse of output conductance. Generally, the G naught is 0 if there is no early effect or base width modulation. Then R naught is very high, infinite. That means you can neglect R naught also. During the analysis, you can neglect R naught also, because it is very high. Even if you neglect this, okay, it will not affect the remaining operation. Okay, so we'll neglect. Okay. Then, okay, what is finally, and finally C mu. C mu means CBC, the capacitance between the base and the collector. Okay, see here, the capacitance between the base and collector is called as C mu. Okay, C mu means CBC, the capacitance between the base and collector. Okay, this capacitance. And R mu means this resistance. As it is reverse biased, this resistance value is very high. So in general, you can remove that resistance because it is connected here like this. See, once if you combine all these, okay, base to base, RB spreading resistance, R pi, then V pi will be there. Then one more capacitance will come in parallel with R pi, that is C pi. And in general, this will be open, but at high frequency, we are having here one resistance and one capacitance. The resistance value is R pi. I think this is R mu. The resistance value is, this is R mu. And then the capacitance is C mu. Okay. Then at the output side, this is the current source, voltage controlled current source, GM into V pi. C dash, R naught will be there, CS will be there, then RC will be there, and this is REX. Okay, this is the generalized model. But you can neglect some of the terms here because RB value is very low. Okay, then you can make the short circuit. Okay, you can make the short circuit. Then R mu value is very high. That means you can remove this open circuit. You can remove this component open circuit. And also REX is very low. That means you can make short circuit here. You can make short circuit. RC value is very low, so you can make short circuit here. And R naught value is very high because if G naught is 0, no base width modulation, of if there is no early effect, R naught value is very high, that means you can do the open circuit here in general. Sometimes we will consider this based on this nature, whether we are getting very high or some medium value, we may or may not consider in future. Then what the effect of RB, RC, REX, R mu, CS can be neglected to get the simplified model. Once if you neglect this term, then this is the simplified model. Your IB is entering, this is R pi, C mu, R naught, GM into V pi is going in this way downwards. Okay, then the resistance that was present here has been removed. So this is directly connected to the ground. Then in future, R naught is equal to 1 by G naught. Based on the G naught value, if it is very low, then R naught will be very high. Then that also will neglect in future. The need arises, this R naught also will be neglected. Then we'll get the model without R naught. Okay, we'll get the same model without R naught. Okay, so during the analysis in future, we may neglect R naught also. Okay, this is the simplified high frequency hybrid pi model. Finally, what is important, if you see, finally at low frequency, we have written like this. At low frequency, we have written like this. This is R pi. Okay, this is R pi GM into V pi. At low frequency, we have written like this. Okay, this is the model at low frequency. Pi model of transistor at low frequency. Then what we have included, okay, see this R naught also you can neglect, no problem. What we have included at high frequency, we have included one capacitance in between the base and the collector. We have included the one capacitance between the base and the collector. This capacitance is what? CBC or C mu. Okay, then we have included one more capacitance at the input side. Okay, one more capacitance at the input side. That capacitance is what, sir? CBE. Okay, CBE or we can call it as a C pi. So, okay, CBE or C pi. Okay, this is the modification. Okay, in low frequency, we are not considering the terms. Okay, at low frequency, we are not considering this capacitance, but high frequency, we are considering this capacitance. Okay, because that effect is severe at high frequencies. So what will happen when the frequency is very high, then this may go to short also. So that means it is limiting your gain at high frequency, because what happens if frequency is very high, this will go short, this capacitance will go short. Then whatever the signal that you are feeding, that will be at the input side only, that will not go to the output side. That is the main problem. Okay, so definitely this capacitance is going to affect your gain at a very high frequency. That's why when we go for high frequency analysis, we have to consider the effect of this capacitance. This is input junction capacitance. This is the forward diffusion capacitance. This is the capacitance in between the base and the collector, and in general we'll call it as output junction. Okay, so this is the reverse biased capacitance. Okay, CBC or C mu. This is a forward biased capacitance, CBE or C pi. Okay, then with this we'll proceed. The next class we'll see with the help of this model how to derive the short circuit current gain of the common emitter amplifier. Thank you.